Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Danushka Madavala and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. GC Ordinary Level Examination will commence from 1st of March. The interim report of the Mahara prison incident will be handed over to the Justice Minister today. The police will conduct special raids regarding dangerous driving in main roads. The UN and Australian High Commission have announced a new joint effort to empower communities in the Mannar district. Random PCR tests will be conducted in every MOH areas in the country. And on world news, mystery illness puts hundreds in hospital in Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. Local news in detail. Education Minister Professor J.L. Piri says that GCE Ordinary Level Examination will be held from March 1st to 11th. The minister was speaking at a press conference held in Battaramulla this morning. The examination will be held according to strict health guidelines. The interim report of the committee appointed to probe the Mahara prison incident will be handed over to the Justice Minister Ali Sabri today. Police media spokesman SSP Ajit Rohana says that the police department is conducting further investigations regarding this incident. Statements have been recorded from 116 persons at present. A police team of 25 officials have been appointed in this regard. They are already at the Mahar prison and performing inquiries today as well. 7 bodies out of 11 deaths have been identified by their relatives. Post-mortem of the bodies will be conducted in due course. The bodies will not be released until a court order is received. The police will conduct special raids regarding the drivers and riders who dangerously drive in main roads. Police media spokesman SSP Ajit Rohana says that several people have been arrested in this regard. 2 children died recently in an accident which occurred at the Moratua Egoda Uyana area. A high-speed rider collided with pregnant mother and 2 children. The mother is in a critical condition. Several youth who are planning to conduct a race have been arrested with 24 motorcycles at Kimbulavala area yesterday. Legal actions will be taken against such persons. The United Nations in Sri Lanka and the Australian High Commission have announced a new joint effort to empower communities in the Mannar district to prevent sexual and gender-based violence against women and girls. The program, launched on 1st September 2020, will address the systematic and transformative changes needed to ensure families and communities support non-violence and gender-equitable relationships and for children to uphold gender-equitable attitudes. A multi-pronged approach to empower women will look at engaging them in income-generating activities and improve their status within the family. UN Sri Lanka efforts will also be focused on giving women and girls access to survivor-centered services for response and prevention of SGBV, especially in the aftermath of COVID-19. Women and girls have been disproportionately impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, highlighting social, political, and economic vulnerabilities that exposes women to violence. The $1 million Australian program will be implemented by UNFPA, UNICEF, and UN Women over 2 years. Acting Australian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka Amanda Jewell said that Australia is committed to support Sri Lanka's response to COVID-19 and has been quick to respond to the Sri Lankan government's request for support and to the needs of communities. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus Ladies Only, protecting you who drives our nation forward.
Continuing with more stories here at home, the total number of PCR tests carried out in the country on a daily basis has been increased to 15,000. 5 government hospitals and 5 private hospitals have already been granted approval to carry out PCR testing. Speaking at a press conference in Kandy, Deputy Director General of Laboratory Services at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Saman Ratnayaka, said that they have planned to increase this up to 20,000 very soon. State Minister Sudarshini Fernandopoulos said that the government has taken a number of steps to control the spread of the coronavirus in the country. Random PCR tests will be conducted in all MOH areas. PCR tests will also be conducted on persons who are in risk job categories. The State Minister made these remarks while expressing her ideas at the House today. Minister Dr. Sarath Veerasekara said that the CID has commenced an investigation on the cause of the Brandix COVID cluster. That's local news.
Every morning, my drive is not just to work. I'm driving my nation's progress.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus Ladies Only. An exclusive motor insurance designed for you. Up to 75,000 rupees worth instant claim settlements within 3 working hours. Call and move facility. 24/7 roadside assistance. And accommodation cost reimbursements at an accident. Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus Ladies Only. Protecting you who drives our nation forward.
Only from Sri Lanka Insurance. A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Sri Lanka's ambassador designate to the United States of America, Ravinatha Piyariya-Singhe, on Friday had his copy of credentials accepted by the U.S. State Department. In line with the COVID-19 protocols, the formal ceremony was dispensed with, and he will now function as the appointed ambassador and head of mission pending the formal presentation of credentials to the President of the United States. Ambassador Arya Sinha arrived in the USA on the 1st of December and witnessed by the staff of the Sri Lanka mission in Washington, D.C. Through video link, assumed duties from the Sri Lanka residence where he is under quarantine and will continue to work.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watchlight residents complained that the historic Panamura elephant kraal is being deteriorating and threatening. This is situated in Panamura town, 10 kilometers away from Ambalipitia. This kraal and its premises are now dilapidated. This is the last elephant kraal in Sri Lanka. They request the relevant authorities to safeguard the elephant kraal of historic value. This is for the attention of the Secretary to the Ambalipitia Pradesh Sabha. Moving on to world news. Headlines. Mystery illness puts hundreds in hospitals in Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. COVID patients in Pakistan died due to oxygen shortage in Peshawar. Indonesian minister accused of bribery following raid. World news in detail. At least one person has died and 227 have been hospitalized by an unidentified illness in India's southern state of Andhra Pradesh. The patients had a wide range of symptoms from nausea to fits and falling unconscious, doctors said. Officials are still investigating the cause of illness which swept the town of Eluru over the weekend. It comes as India continues to battle a pandemic with the world's second highest coronavirus caseload. Andhra Pradesh has been one of the worst affected states at more than 800,000. It has country's third highest case count. At least 6 people, including 5 coronavirus patients, have died in a hospital in Pakistan after oxygen supplies ran too low. Patients' relatives have described how they begged for help as panic engulfed the government-run hospital in the northern city of Peshawar. A reported delay in deliveries meant more than 200 patients were left for hours on reduced oxygen. Hospital officials have blamed the shortage on the supply company. Pakistan is currently fighting a new wave of coronavirus cases, with a total of more than 400,000 infections and over 8,000 deaths reported since the start of the outbreak. Finally, on world news, Indonesia's social affairs minister has been accused of taking bribes while arranging food aid for people affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Juliari Batubara is accused of taking cash from contractors supplying food aid parcels to people in need. Anti-corruption agents discovered more than 14.5 billion rupiah stuffed into suitcases and other containers and arrested 4 suspects during a raid on Saturday. Mr. Juliari turned himself in on Sunday. That's on World News. On development news, the program to develop 100,000 kilometers of island-wide rural roads, according to the President's Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor policy statement, is currently being successfully implemented throughout the island. The government has taken steps to develop all roads belonging to the provincial councils and selected major roads belonging to the local government institutions under the program of developing 100,000 kilometers of roads. The development of 13 roads in the Ahaliagoda and Ratnapura electorates using carpet and concrete commenced recently under the patronage of Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi and with the participation of Sabaragamu Provincial Council Chairman Kanchana Jayaratna. On to sports news now. Cricket. Pakistan's jumbo contingent of 44 players have all tested negative for COVID-19 during the 5th and final round of testing on Sunday. This allows them to start training subject to a final clearance from New Zealand's Ministry of Health. The squad is expected to leave their managed isolation facility in Christchurch and fly to Queenstown on Tuesday, where they will train in the lead-up to the 3-match T20 International Series that begins in Auckland on December 18th. And on snooker, Neil Robertson edged past world number 1 Judd Trump 10-9 to win his 3rd UK snooker championship in what was an unforgettably epic late-night final. An electrifying contest of high breaks and impeccable cue ball control was expected, but it was a tactical fight. That's on sports news. We move on to business news now. Denmark will end all new oil and gas exploration in the North Sea as part of a wider plan to stop extracting fossil fuels by 2050. Its government also agreed to cancel its latest licensing round on Thursday, which gives firms permission to search for and produce oil and gas. We're now putting a final end to the fossil era, said Denmark's climate minister. Greenpeace Denmark described the announcement as a watershed moment. However, the country's latest licensing round was facing uncertainty after a total of France pulled out in October, leaving only one other applicant. Denmark is currently the largest oil producer in the European Union, although it produces much less than non-EU members Norway or the UK.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh, no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on economic news, considering the importance of encouraging SME tea factory owners and tea plantation owners in the Ratnapura district towards establishing economic well-being within the industry and the region, Bank of Ceylon has conducted a seminar opening door to discuss about their financial concerns and arranged tailor-made solutions for them that better serves them during COVID-19 adversities. The bank considered it as a national responsibility to encourage SME sector through financial assistance and enhancing financial management skills through programs such as these to boost the financial efficacy of organizations to better contribute towards the country's economic development.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Another weather update. Showers or thunder showers will occur in most parts of the island after 2 p.m. Heavy showers, about 100 millimeters, can be expected at some places in northern, north central and northwestern provinces. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. A few showers may occur in the northern and eastern provinces, particularly in the morning too. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in Sabaragamu's central and western provinces during the morning. Back to the headlines before we wind up. GC Ordinary Level Examination will commence from 1st of March. The interim report of the Mahara prison incident will be handed over to the Justice Minister today. The police will conduct special raids regarding dangerous driving in main roads. The UN and Australian High Commission have announced a new joint effort to empower communities in the Mannar district. Random PCR tests will be conducted in every MOH areas in the country. World News: Mystery illness puts hundreds in hospital in Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. With that, we conclude this bulletin of news.